On today's product spotlight brought to you by Aquaristic Online, we're going to check out the range of titanium heaters from Aqua One. Alright, thank you for joining me on another product spotlight brought to you by Aquaristic Online. Today we're checking out the range of titanium heaters from Aqua One, and I should start off with the most obvious of points, and that is explaining what the purpose of a heater is in your aquarium. Now, it should go without saying that we try to keep a set temperature in our aquarium, and as the environment around the tank gets colder, whether it be overnight or in the winter days and months, we need to add some heat to the water to keep it up at that set level. Now, a heater simply works by turning on, warming up, and all of the water that goes past it gets warmed up as a result. Now, traditionally, we have used glass heaters for this, and whilst they work completely fine, there is two major flaws with a glass heater that the Aqua One range of titanium heaters addresses. Firstly, that issue is glass heaters tend to be easy to break. Now, whether that be via some blunt force by banging it against the side of your aquarium or the rocks, or maybe a large inhabitant if you're running a tank with turtles or something like that, they can shatter that way. But a little known fact is they can also shatter from a dramatic temperature change. Whether you're doing a water change or something like that and you go from a very hot heater to putting very cold water on it, you can actually thermally shock your heater and shatter it in your aquarium, which if you've ever had to pick out the glass in your aquarium or something before, after a heater has shattered, you'll note that you never want to do it again. It's a horrible experience. The second downside to most glass heaters on the market is the way that they measure the temperature and turn themselves on and off. They generally have a thermistor built into the heater itself, which is a bit like trying to measure the temperature of your house by sitting right in front of the heater. You'll note that it's probably not the most accurate way of doing it. You're obviously going to get a lot warmer right in front of the heater than you are a number of meters away from it. The same can be said for aquarium and heaters that have the thermistor built into them. They do try to compensate that a little bit, but it's still not the most accurate way of doing it. Now, how does the Aqua One range of titanium heaters go about addressing those two flaws? The first one is given away in the name of it. It is a titanium heater, not a glass heater, so it does not suffer from the same breakage issues that glass heaters do. Titanium is a very strong metal which will not shatter from thermal shock or from banging against the side of your aquarium. It is also very conducive at passing heat through it, so it is perfect candidate for an aquarium heater. Now, that second little setback of having a built-in thermistor has been addressed with the Aqua One heaters here by having an external sensor to measure the temperature and a controller which allows you to set the temperature away from the heater itself, which makes it much easier to set up, put that heater away. You don't have to get to it and change little dials on top of it. You've got a nice digital display which will tell you exactly what the temperature is and what the temperature you've set. That does mean that you're able to put the little sensor probe somewhere in your display tank or somewhere else in your sump, which gives you a much more accurate reading of the current temperature. Now, titanium heaters are nothing new on the market. They have been around a number of years with external temperature controllers just like this one here. However, they've traditionally been quite expensive pieces of equipment. That's where Aqua One have stepped in and brought them to the masses with this fantastic range. Now, I say range, they do have a 50 watt, a 100 watt, a 200 watt, a 300 watt, and a 500 watt version of these heaters to suit all different types of aquariums out there. Generally, you would aim for about 1 watt per litres of aquarium size. So that gives you a rough idea as to what sort of size you're going to need from there. But it's probably time I open up the box and show you this heater, and then we'll put it into my soft coral tank in my fish room. Alright, here we are. This is the basis of what you get in the box. You can see we have the external temperature probe over here. This has a little suction cup on it as well, so you can mount that securely wherever you need. I highly recommend ensuring that stays well under the water surface, and if anything, I also recommend running a zip tie around that to ensure that it does remain under the water surface. Next up, we have the titanium heater itself. You can see that trademark titanium sort of finish on there. Very nice solid material. Good length of wire over to our controller, which has a nice display and a button to make some actions there. And then finally, we have an Australian plug. Let's go put it onto my fish tank now and set this guy up. Alright, here is my soft coral tank, and I've got the heater installed in the back chamber here. I've put the temperature probe currently in the display tank here using the suction cup. I will eventually secure that via a zip tie in the back chamber just to make sure it does stay under the water. And then down here I've got the temperature controller with a drip loop, which is very important. set up on the side of my tank here. Now currently you can see that it is reading 23 degrees Celsius and the status light shows that the heater is on. If I want to change the temperature, I simply press the button here. You can see we're set to 25. If I keep pressing it, we'll scroll through the different temperatures right up to the maximum, I think, of 34. And then we go back to the lowest at 14. Now if I leave that there set to 14, you'll see the status light will go off because we are above 14 degrees. But of course we want to be set to 25. So I'm going to keep pressing that to bring us up to 25. Once that sets, the status light will come on, heater will be operational, and the inhabitants in our tank will live a long and healthy life. All right, guys, there you have it. That is the range of titanium heaters from Aqua One. I think you'll agree that it fits the market perfectly, a high quality heater at a very affordable price. Now, if you are interested in picking one of these up, highly recommend jumping on Aquaristic online. They've got the full range of all the different wattages on there at Australia's best pricing. You can also check out a full range of other aquarium products on there and treat yourself to a little Christmas present. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this product spotlight brought to you by Aquaristic online. Till next time, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers, bye.